What's the deal? I'm on phone at. Let me get this shit up one time. Mm, okay. Let me get the weather up here so you guys can meditate on that. What's up, man? What's up? What's going on? Odeberg is the Ram. Brandon Rick. Yo, what's happening? I gotta go to the barbershop. I gotta kind of like go through this shit, man. So, you know, it is what it is, right? Let me share this out one time. Mm, 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 okay. Haney showed up. Yes, he did. I took him up to 7. I took him up. That was as high as they went, but that was fine. I took him up to 7. Then I round robert him, and I don't know why. I forgot all about Crochet, man. I forgot all about Crochet, and I didn't get him in, man. I forgot all about Crochet, and I didn't get him in. I did a 3-leg round robin, hit 2 or 3. Bayo sold me, but Bayo hit his regular strikeout prop. Somebody sold Luzardo. Luzardo sold, but I was kind of skeptical. It is what it is, though, right? Um, what's today? The third. Okay. Yelich though. Yelich though, man. And I'm one more time today. This is probably it for a while, man. I've been chasing, chasing, and chasing, and sometimes that's what you got to do, man. You got to chase. I ain't gonna say you got to, but man, one more time. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell y'all ass one more time, man. Some of y'all probably already know what it is, but one more time, man. One more time. All right, had one to go. All right, so we ready to rock and roll, right? So like I said, Kansas City at Baltimore, a mess of rain in the morning and early afternoon. I think they do what they I think they do what Philly did and move it to the late afternoon. They've got a shot, but it looks very unlikely to play on time. So keep an eye out on this news here. Um, Cincinnati or Philly. By booting this game into the late afternoon, I think they have a much better chance of playing ball. Still could require a late start. Still need to make sure the field is okay. Temperatures in the 40s with the 15, 20 miles an hour wind blowing right to left, in from right. Cincinnati and Philly. That'd be Willer. Probably good pitching weather if they can get it in. Excuse me. Atlanta and Chicago White Sox, a light rain, snow mix at um, temps at times, temps in the 30s, wind around 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's playable if they want to play. I'm just not sure whether they do. Pittsburgh and Washington. I think there's a decent window between storm systems right when this game is expected to play. We'll need to double check the timing of both the early departing storm and the late arriving one. But I'm cautiously optimistic. Temps in the 50s, winds left to right at 15 miles an hour. Detroit at New York Mets uh, looks worse than last night, which, by the way, was essentially dry, just as they announced postponed, and would have seen less rain than the Baltimore or Philly games that both played. Rant 8 tonight looks wet, cold, and windy. My initial is no game, right? And I was only looking at that game for one thing, probably his strikeouts. You're gonna see Chicago or Colorado and Chicago off and on light rain or snow showers, but never anything too heavy for long lasting. If they decide to play, I think I think they likely play without a stoppage. They just need to make the call whether or not they'd like to play with a temp in the 30s, light precipitation, and 15 miles an hour winds. If they do play, it's great pitching weather with winds in from left at 15 miles an hour. So there you have that, right? Um, what time is it? 9:30. I need to get through with this. Okay. Uh, First game on the docket. We know we got rain and things of that nature. Um, hmm. So what I was looking for at this game here was I did have some plays. Let me see. Let me see. See how I want to do this. All right, let me put FanDuel over here because them plays, same plays should pop up, right? Then I will use this one as something else, right? So let me go clear all these out. Remove all selections. Go back to FanDuel. Go back home. Okay. So, and then I'll take this one here and I'll put this in round robin form. That gives a better view. Okay. Um, and this one here, uh, I have no choice, right? I'm leaning towards the over strikeouts for Burns if this game goes. So I have interest in the strikeouts, right? For Burns, his strikeouts sitting at 6.5. I got interest there, right? Uh, no runs first inning parlays. You can take a look at that. You can look at something like maybe let's see, Cole Reagan's his strikeouts. He's got good strikeout stuff, man. You can mix them both up if you're on the books or goblins, whatever the case may be. You could probably take fast Ks for Reagan. You could probably take what else? Let's see. Just to get to a bankroll builder, you could probably get to maybe 6Ks for Burns. I do like the no runs first inning. What I do like to do on FanDuel is go for the under 1.5 runs, right? So first inning, you can do something like that, and then you can get to do some plus money like that. A little small same game parlay like this couldn't hurt nobody. 5Ks, 6Ks, first inning under 1.5 runs. That's something that I was looking at right there. And you can also look to you can look to uh, you can still look to Yelich in this spot just to see if he's still hot, right? But I'll keep it moving. For the sake of this, I need to keep things moving, right? Because I gotta go. Next game here we're gonna talk about is going to be the Texas Rangers at Tampa Bay Rays, right? No weather implications here. We got an over under 8 in this spot. I'm trying to lean towards, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm trying to lean towards Texas Rangers, man, in this spot. But if not, we can get to some bats here. Now, Savali on the mound. I would say Savali is lefty. Lefty. Let's see. So, Texas, right? He's a righty. Okay, so let me see. Right hand pitching. Mm, we're gonna look at. Okay, let's keep it at 2023. Texas, right? Okay. Let me expand this a little bit so you guys can see. Let me. Oh, so we're on WRC Plus. Texas was fourth. Versus right hand pitching. WRC Plus. Strikeout percentage. They were sitting at pretty much around the middle of the pack, right below the middle of the pack there. So they were pretty good versus right hand pitching, and rightfully so. We know who they are. They're the defending world champs, right? So it is what it is. Um, what I do like here is let's see. So what I did do like here is I like Corey Seager here, right? Um, and I like Marcus Semien, right? So looking at some of the pitch mixes and things like that, the cutter, the curveball, things like that. I went back and checked it out. I had to check this out. You gotta check things out here. What we got here? What we got here? What we got here? I go to Baseball Savant, and I will run a quick check on it. We already know how good Seaman, how good. We already know how good Corey Seager is, right? But I just wanted to go here and just give you guys a quick little brief little, what I'm saying, overlook. So, what's up, Jaden? What's going on? So right now we got Corey Seager right here. Just take a look at what he's done versus that pitch last year. And you know me, I always fucking forget the pitch, right? So we'll look at the color curveball sinker. Cutter curveball sinker, right? Cutter curveball sinker. Cutter curveball sinker 2023. Cutter. We're gonna look at the cutter curveball sinker. So we got the cutter right here, right? He had a 360 batting average, only 28 plate appearances, but it's worth noting 640 slugging, 429. Expecting batting average over here is 313. Expected slugging 653, 66 hard hit percentage. So he was smacking that, right? Cutter, right? So I forgot again. Cutter curveball sinker. Cutter curveball. So let's check the curveball out, right? The curveball. He was bad on 54 plate appearances. He had batting 365 because that motherfucker 635. He was killing shit last year. Either way, go 302 expected batting average with 525 slugging, 48 hard hit percentage. You get it, right? You get it, right? I don't need to keep going, but at the end of the day, those are the two highest, highest pitch count throws that he throw. So it all fails. You can look at Corey Seager, man, and I also like um um damn man Marcus Semien, But you could take. I would, as far as a home run or up to a home run, I would take. Out of those two guys, it would probably be Corey Seager. So I'll probably look to the hits, runs, and RBIs, things of that nature. Um, what's this kid's name? Um, I'm getting around to him, man. I'm getting around to him. I do baseball. I'm doing baseball right now. I do baseball and basketball and football. Them the only three I do. What do we got here? No, 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 no. Aaron Savali, right? How has he been, Savali? How has he been? Um, Let me spread this out a little bit so you guys can see. Mm, Good morning, Aziz. Let me spread this out so you guys can see. Savali, spring training. Couple Ks here. He gave up 3 home runs versus Pittsburgh. He gave up 1 home run versus Atlanta, of course. 6 Ks versus Atlanta. Keep that in mind. Atlanta has been striking out. Splits, right? Um, 2023. Uh he's pitching his worst to is that they at home. They at home. That's one thing. He is pitching his worst to right-handed batters, right? Um, I think he had like a sort of like a hmm, hmm. I need to check and see what I had down for this game, so I won't be. So that's probably the only thing I had then, right? I had Corey Seager and Marcus Simeon. What I was undecided on the game side, right? And I think I've came to a conclusion that it might be Texas or nothing for me in this spot, right? That's probably what it's probably going to be. And I couldn't talk you off a hit for either one of those guys. That's where I was at with this game, right? Um, as we can see, um, Texas versus right hand pitching last year. Seager was over 1,000 OPS. And I said yesterday, watch out for Evan Carter, right? Watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? Um, Garcia's got muscles coming out of his jersey. So just watch out for those guys. I'm undecided on the side, but if I had to take a hit from this game, 2 hits or whatever the case may be, Corey Seager would be number one, hits all the way up to a home run, and then Seaman, I'd probably just mess with him for just a hit or something like that. Those are my two favorite bats from this game, right? So let me keep it moving. Uh, Next game here we're looking at would be the Minnesota. No, would be the Los Angeles Angels and the Miami Marlins, right? And I don't have too much for this game. I'll tell you what I do know, right? I did have I did have I did have I did have who did I have? I had okay, I had Tim Anderson set to the side in this one here. He had 2 hits yesterday versus a lefty. I know this because I'm from Chicago, and I kind of like told you guys, try to get you guys, but you can look at him for a hit, man, versus a lefty here. Anytime he's going up against a lefty, you can look at him for a hit. Let's see. Um, so what I like to do is, It doesn't even matter. He's batting 300 versus lefties. So there you go, right? And you could also look at Jake Berger. But other than that, this game here, both of these pitchers, they didn't have a great outing. Last time out, we got an over under 8.5. I still don't know how to put a read on these guys right now. Sandoval and Puke, whatever the case may be. You could probably expect runs to be put up in this one. So I couldn't talk you off hits, runs, and RBIs for Tim Anderson and Jake Berger. I'm probably going to take the hits, runs, and RBIs for Tim Anderson. Right? I'll probably take the hits, runs, and RBIs for him. Next game would be Milwaukee, Minnesota Twins at Milwaukee Brewers, right? Um, man, you still waiting for his fucking home run. I'm still waiting for I'm still waiting for you know who the fuck I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Jordan, right? And I took Jordan yesterday, and shit, I took Jordan yesterday, and I'm for the Dinger Tuesday, so I'll use that money and put it on him one more time. One more time, man. One more time today. Because he's got some nice numbers versus this guy. So these two guys, another game, man. Another game. You know what? I said fucking, you know what I said? Let me see something. For this game here, I said Yelich. And I didn't mean Yelich. I'm sorry. I meant Yelich for this game, man. I'm just getting so tongue twisted. But two bats that I had to the side with this one here would be we got over under 8.5 in this spot. I think there's gonna be runs put up in this one here. Two bats that I had to the side in this one here was going to be Christian Yelich and Max Kepler here. You can look for those guys for a hits, runs, and RBIs. Don't pretty much matter to me, right? Don't pretty much matter to me. Oops, what did I just do? What did I just do? This fucking oh my god. Computers and shit nowadays just got so many buttons that you can push and mess up your whole damn output. Okay. Um as far as the side of this one here, I don't know because Minnesota Twins they got some bats over here. Ross ain't pitched in about 2 years. I don't know how long it's been since Paddock pitched. I didn't even go into Paddock's numbers, right? But Minnesota does have some bats. We'll see, right? We'll see. I couldn't come up with nothing right now. Atlanta Braves and Chicago White Sox. Don't know if we got any numbers out for this one yet. We still don't. We got weather implications here. I just went over the weather. Um, Look at Aces. Man, yesterday game smoked my RBIs except for Mookie. I know, right? Man, I know, right? But this game here, if they get this game in, I could only look at run line parlays and money line and probably plus 2.5 straights. And then you can take the K's for Strider, right? But we don't have any numbers out for this game because it's weather implications. If you all missed the weather, you can go back and check out the weather earlier. I did the weather earlier. Boston Red Sox at Oakland Athletics here. We got an over under of 8 in this one here. We got Stripling on the mound and we got Pavetta on the mound here. And right now, at the end of the day, it's going to be Boston Red Sox money line parlays, run line straights. Some bats that I do have out for this one here would be Trevor Story, Rafael Devers, Trent Cassis, and Masaka Yoshida, right? It's a couple bets on athletics, but I mean, what, right? And I looked at the pitch mix for all these guys. Top bat would probably be Devers, followed by Yashika and Cassis, then then Trevor Story, right? But Trevor Story, I'm looking for a comeback story for him this year, and don't be surprised if he goes ballistic. One pitch, if he catch this one pitch, that shit is out of there, right? Let me see. He gonna Hulk smash that motherfucker. I don't know which one it was. I forgot. But I looked at the pitch mixes for all these guys, so you guys already know that you're pretty much safe on that. What team was that? The Boston here. I can probably go through it again. Let's see. Well, Stripling. Um, let's see. And I went and verified those pitches as well. Um, so I think it was the changeup for Story. And it's a four. Yeah, if Story he got monster numbers versus this last year and previous years. If Story catch this, it's gonna be another story, right? So Yoshida, he's got good numbers. This is that. This is that. This is that. This is that changeup. Yoshida is hitting that slide. I mean, he's hitting that fastball, really really good. And yeah, bounce back day. I had some nice plays yesterday. But yeah, bounce back day. And then Cassis, right? He's hitting that slider pretty good. That fastball for sure. Who doesn't hit a fastball, right? That changeup is a little bit down, but he can get a hold to it. And then the top bat would be Devers, man. That fastball, like I said, who doesn't hit the fastball, and then that slider, right? So it is what it is, right? Top bat would be um Devers right there. But those four bats, you can look at those. Take your pick for hits, runs, and RBIs or hits, right? Like I said, um, um, Trevor Story, Devers, Cassis, Masaka, right? And Pavetta, I lean towards the over strikeouts for him. Probably won't get there. It's a lot, but I'll lean towards the over. If you're feeling froggy, you can take him up 10, 11, 12. He's coming off a 10 strikeout game. This Oakland team, they probably tanking. They probably tanking already. They probably don't want to win. They do have strikeout, capabilities. So it is what it is, right? Boston or nothing for me. Now you can look at player performance doubles and things like that. If the player performance doubles are not out, you can make your own, right? Um, let's see. Right. So if they're not out, like I said, you can make your own. You can take a money line. If you're on the books, you can take a money line. If you like the money line, you can take a money line. Then you can go over here to pitcher props and you can get you an alternate K prop. Probably what's that? A minus 158. You can probably slide in with the Pavetta's 7Ks. And so yeah, you probably want to do a little bit more. But like I said, at the end of the day, or you could go with the run line. For me, it's money line parlays, um, run line straights. Okay, money line parlays, run line straights. It's gonna be Boston and those bats that I liked right there. Right. Um. Mm, 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 mm. Next game, Oakland. New York Mets and no, yeah, New York Yankees and Arizona Diamondbacks, right? And I'm going back and forth with this game. I'm going back and forth with this game. I'm going back and forth with this game, and it's going to be the Dodgers. I mean, the Arizona Diamondbacks for me. Um, Arizona Diamondbacks hit lefties pretty good, man, this year. They've hit lefties okay last year. Got a few bats. Was undecided on which ones I wanted to get to, but there's a few bats in here that I can put you guys up on. I gotta read. I gotta read on some. I gotta read on some. One of them was looking iffy. One of them was looking iffy. Like my first initial read was Walker. He's got the history, but I'm trying not to put too much into that in for this matchup. But he had the history. He had the history. He's got a bomb off of him, whatever the case may be. Um, but let's see, right? Let's go roll on. Let me expand this so you guys can see this. What I'm talking about here. So insights, injuries, insights. Let's go with Arizona batters, right? Versus left-hand pitching. This is last year numbers, right? Marte, 879 OPS. Marino, if he catches a fastball, you can just about hang it up. He's gonna hit it. Um, Marte, I forgot the pitch mix category with him, but let's see what we got here. Stephon Diggs traded to the Texans. Ooh, 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 that was nasty right there. He been over there crying. They're probably gonna allow him to spread the ball around, man. I wonder what they got for him. Um, Damn, that was interesting, man. Man. We could have probably got that motherfucker for the low. The Bears. Yeah, we probably could have got that motherfucker for the low there. Look at them Texas boys. Yes, sir. Um Suarez, I mean, I don't know, man. So what was I at? Right, 922 OPS for Uriel. Walker. Uriel's been hitting good this year, 815 OPS. That was last year's numbers, right? Walker's got a bomb off him, yada yada yada, right? Then I'm looking at Carlos Rodon. And I'm looking at his numbers here, and I'm like, right? Checking out, let's see, spring training. Actually, he does have a game already, and in that game, he had no home runs, 4 strikeouts, innings pitched, 5 hits. Right, Houston. Um, that was all right. Right. Some of his splits I was looking at last year. Um, um, ERA 6.15, 7.6 home and road. Um, was he giving up power? A little bit of power. Um, Now on the road, his K percentage was up on the road, right? K percentage was down at home. XFIPS. Mm, I just probably gonna keep going against him until he showed me something, right? I'm just keep going. Yeah, they do. I'm gonna just keep going against them until they show me something, right? I ain't gonna lie. But the New York Yankees, they've been hot. But the end of the day, what the tip the whole thing for me as far as the game was the pitching lean. And I get a pitching lean to Arizona here. Whether you look at the bullpens or whether you look at the starting pitcher, and I lean towards the over, and I'm playing it. I'm taking the over 5.5 strikeouts for Kelly. So what did I have set to the side here? I'll tell you guys. I'll show you guys. I had Arizona Diamondbacks money line. Kelly 5.5 Ks. Marte, Corbin, and Soto and Christian Walker. Right. So Soto, I really like Christian. I really like Soto. You could take him for a walk or whatever the case may be. I like his numbers. I like his numbers, right? I like his numbers for sure. Soto, probably the top. I don't know which one was the top 2 bats. Though Soto was up there. Judge, you don't need me to talk about Judge, right? Of course, he's the top bat. But outside of him, I was looking at probably Marte and Soto, the 2 top. Corbin Carroll is due, right? And Christian Walker got history. He's got a bomb off him, right? So it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? So I'm looking at this. That's how I'm looking at that game, man. Give me them, give me them Arizona Diamondbacks, man. Fuck it, man. I know they've been winning. I know, I know the Yankees been winning, whatever. But it is what it is, right? Next game here, Cincinnati Reds and Philadelphia Phillies. And like I said, it's weather implications here. You guys can go back and check the weather. It's weather implications here. Um, Strikeouts coming. They ain't bullshitting. Their books ain't bullshitting. Strikeouts coming out pretty pretty hefty right now, man. 7.5 strikeouts for Wheeler. Cincinnati got some guys that will actually hit Wheeler. You know what I'm saying? But Wheeler got that shit. You know what I'm saying? If Wheeler got that shit, he'll still go out there and strike their ass out. So I can't even talk you off his strikeouts. Some of these bats, just say if you just wanted to go against Wheeler and you're looking at some bats or whatever the case may be. Um, let's see. Um, Candelario, right? Every one of his pitches, Candelario looks pretty good in that area, right? That fastball, that sinker, that slider, that cutter. I mean that whatever it is, change up not too good. No, this whatever the fuck that is, not too good. That's a curveball and the changeup. So and I'm telling you, watch out for Candelario this year. We already know we own Benson and Fraley every time. Every time these guys, get a righty. You know what I'm saying? I'm on them every time they get a righty, but we get a righty, but um, just keep in mind, right? So versus Zach Wheeler, Benson only is 1 for 1. That's probably a 1 for 1 right there. Fraley got his ass whiffed. Benson can strike the fuck out too. Straight up, he can strike out with the best of them. Um, Candelario is he's 3 of 5. 1 for 2, Stevenson. Molly is 1 for 4, right? So Candelario been a pest. Probably was one game, so it is what it is. But don't. I'm just pointing shit out, right? At this point, I'm just pointing shit out. If this game comes to be a game, these are some of the people that Candelario and I would say Fraley and Benson would be the guys would have something to they have something to really really say about this shit. They'll have their hands all over this one if this happened to be a game here. Um, Outside of the weather, you got to keep an eye out on the weather. I get a picture lean towards Philly. So I lean towards Philly in this one. I might not even bet the game though. I lean towards Philly in this one. What did I have to the side here? I had Philly. I lean towards Philly and lean towards the over K's, right? For Zach Wheeler, right? Um what was that next game? Was San Diego Padres and St. Louis Cardinals. Um I'm not a fan of either one of these pitchers, but I'm gonna lean towards San Diego, right? I'm gonna lean towards San Diego in this spot. San Diego. Last year they was hitting lefties where they still got some of those guys on the squad here. So you know, I'll lean towards San Diego here, right? Um, sometimes San Diego was disappointing versus lefties as well. WRC plus sitting at this was last year. San Diego Padres, where were they? Number 2, WRC plus versus lefties. Taking a look at some of their numbers here, like I can give you guys an individual look there, real quick here. San Diego Padres um, versus left-hand pitching last year. Um, Camposano, whoever that guy is. Hassan Kim, I really was going to him versus lefties. Machado is Machado. Just he's Machado. For Tatis, batting 305 with a 915 OPS. Not a lot of strikeout looking guys over here, right? So it is what it is. There's some guys over here that got some nice numbers versus lefties, and you can see all that green right there, right? Um, versus um versus versus him. Machado was probably with a 3.33. He's probably 3 of 9 versus him, and Hassan Kim with a 500. He's probably 2 of 4, maybe one game. So, and those are two bats that you can look at. My favorite bats would be Kim, Machado, and Tatis. Right? Tatis only had one plate appearance versus him, so it is what it is. Right? Didn't even bother go looking at the pitch mix here. So I'm looking at those boys now. On the flip side, um, you can look at Goldie and Arenado here. They got some nice numbers um, versus Musgrove. And if you got any if you got any interest in St. Louis Cardinals, you think they can keep it a game? It'll be a game. Just take the over. Probably that probably would be the way to go. If you got some love for San Diego, those boys take the over. Shit. What did I have set to the side for this game? Because I think they're gonna score. I really do think that. And you can look at the team total as well. Team totals are not out of the realm of possibilities if you're on the books, right? So I was looking at San Diego money line. Okay, the San Diego money line. That's what I was looking at, and and those bats. I didn't put them in there because you only get X amount of slots. So next game from the Padres we're looking at would be the Cleveland Guardians. This game here is a no-run first inning game for me. Don't know if I want to go to strikeouts here. But it's definitely a no-run game. The first inning. By now, I'll probably just have to take a tie. That's what I like to do. I'd like to take the tie just in case it's a 1-1. But if I had to pick a side, I ain't got no side in here. I don't like to mess with Seattle. One thing I would say was last year, I was Kirby, his walks. I was on his walks all season long, man. All season long. Pittsburgh Pirates at Washington Nationals. After further looking at this one here, I'm leaning towards Pittsburgh Pirates in this one here. I think that these Pittsburgh Pirates can just flat out probably outscore these guys. I'm not a big fan of Williams. Keller can get hit, but he did go in there and get him 7 Ks last year. That was impressive going in there, giving them 7 Ks. So he might know what it takes to strike these Washington Nationals out. And I don't know if Washington Nationals are the tough team that they were last year versus strikeouts. So I lean towards the over 5.5 strikeouts. I'm taking the over 5.5 strikeouts for Mitch Keller. So it is what it is, right? The bats here, I didn't put too many bats to the side here. And you can also look at it like a player performance double here. Now you can make your own. They got 6 strikeouts in the win for plus 190. I don't have to take that if I don't want to. I can simply go down here to this 5 strikeouts and probably the win and get all I'm and just probably get plus money there. Let's see. Yep, I could probably get to the 5 strikeouts and the win and get plus money there, right? Yeah, that's a plus. You can get 5 strikeouts and the win for plus 111 or whatever you want to do, right? And for me, if I'm picking a side in this one, it's probably gonna be Pittsburgh here, um, money line parlays, run line straights, right? So there it is. There. Um, right. We got weather implications, so we don't have numbers for this Mets game, and so um, if this game was to be played, I'll be looking at strikeouts for Mize. Colorado Rockies, and Chicago Cubs. With this weather, I don't know how to attack this one, but at the end of the day, crowd control is terrible, right? Let's say this was a clear game, whatever the case may be. I would probably be taking Christopher Morel would probably be my favorite bat. Suzuki got some man, he hits a couple of those pitches that Contra throws and just man, it's just like yeah, right. It would be all Cubs for me. Because Contra is not good. And you know, he's not good. So looking at some of them, you know what? Some of his pitch mix and things of that nature. Um actually, yeah. So the sinker, the Cubs, some reason they got a bunch of motherfuckers over here that love that sinker, right? So he could possibly get smacked around and he throwing that shit 41% of the time. Now the cutter, few guys you can look at. Amaya, right? 570 Woba, but he hasn't faced it that many times. But, it is what it is, right? Um Nico Horner, if he gets back the ball, that motherfucker be gone. If y'all know who he is. Morel, Hap, Toshman, um, Suzuki, if he gets a hold of this, he only had a couple bats at it, but that's an 871, man. I ain't taking too much. They only had a couple bats against that pitch, man. So I really don't look into that. But they cut it in that fast and that sinker. A lot of the Cubs hitting that motherfucking sinker, right? So I'm leaning towards the Cubs, man. I'm leaning towards the Cubs in this one. Um, the Cubs money line parlays, run line straights, same thing. Matter of fact, let me see what their run line number is. Plus 114. I don't know too much about this little kid. I didn't even go into look and see what was up with him. So, it is what it is. And then it's baseball. Shit don't always go your way. You know what I'm saying? The baseball guy finds a way to throw a curveball at you. So we'll see what's going to happen. Oh, shucks. Uh, it's got to be the end here, right? It's got to be the end. Toronto Blue Jays and Houston Astros. And so with this one here, man, uh, I'm going back to the well one more time. Don't follow me with this shit here, right? Don't follow me, but I'm going back to the well one more time with Yordan Alvarez, right? Um, Yordan has 4 home runs versus this guy, right? So that's my reasoning. Um, yeah, so he's batting 333 versus him, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, right? That little money that I get from losing the Dinger parlay yesterday, when the Dinger Tuesday yesterday, I'm putting it on his ass one more time. His shit probably plus 200, maybe plus 250 or something like that. I'm gonna put it on him. I'm gonna put it back on him, right? I'm gonna put it back on him. Now, don't forget my guy though, boy. Don't forget my guy. Yangye, right? Yangye is just a monster, man. If you don't know, you gotta find out, man. This guy's a monster versus righties at home. Now he's hitting righties and lefties. He's just killing it, right? You know, so it is what it is, right? I couldn't talk you off any other bats here. I can see instances where Chris Bassett probably can go out there and hit that 4.5 Ks. Didn't check. I think he hit it a few times last year. Maybe let's see, Bassett. Let's check his game log. Uh, Houston, right? A light went off, man. What's up with that? He gave him 5Ks. That was borderline, but he gave it to him right here. That was the beginning of the season. He gave it to him again right here. So he gave it to him at home and on the road. That's two. So he faced Houston twice. He hit 5Ks on the head both games, right? So he could have been struggling to it. I don't know. Altuve's numbers look really good versus that pitch, right? So Altuve's numbers look really good versus that pitch. Man, let's see. I went and looked at some of those numbers for Altuve. So they didn't have Altuve out, right? And they didn't have him right here either, right? So that sinker, um, Altuve's been doing some lifting over here. He hit a home run last night, so Altuve can be hot. Let me show you guys. He got a few home runs on the season already. Um, so let me show you guys. Altuve. Sinker, cutter, slider. Really, mainly that sinker though. Yeah, Altuve was batting 328, 394 slugging, 400 woba. Expected batting average wasn't all that. Let me see, but he was hitting it. He was hitting it. What was it? Sinker, cutter. How many? How long? How much did he throw that cutter? Not much. Slider, not much, but cutter slider. He's batting 333 versus that slider. The cutter probably he only seen it a few times, but he was batting 400 off that motherfucker and 20 something plate appearances. I can't take none of these numbers into consideration this year. And who else did I say? Diaz. Diaz just been on one, man, ever since last year, right? Ever since last year. So I can't. Versus righties, he smokes Kush versus them, right? So last year he was only 227 versus that slider, but his expected batted average was 297 versus that slider. Sinker. Cutter. He didn't see that many cutters, but when he seen them, he got rid of them. He was batting 435 with expected batting average of 411. They better not even think about throwing him a fucking, what's that, a cutter? Was that right? He better not, yeah. And the slider, he probably mashing that slider too. So, those probably been some put away pitches for him. You know what I'm saying? That slider, he might be hitting that slider. Let's see. No, he ain't hitting that slider. He wasn't. This year, sinker, the sinker, he been smacking shit this year, bro. He been smacking shit this year and last year. So, yeah, yeah, and so I'm looking at Jordan for sure, Jordan for sure in this one here, and the last game on the docket here would be. I didn't even look at the Blue Jays side. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't even look at the Blue Jays side. They're San Francisco Giants and Los Angeles Dodgers. So I took the day before yesterday. I took Soler for a home run, and he hits it the next day. Right. So it's just It's crazy. He hit one last night. Day before yesterday, I took him for one. Monday, he hits one Tuesday versus a righty. Now, San Francisco Giants, they got Harrison, and then we got Glass now, right? Glass now's got immense strikeout upside. Um, it's going to be the Dodgers or nothing for me. Money line parlays, run line straights. That Detroit game might not play, but only thing I'm looking for in that Detroit game is Mize K's, man. If they play, if it plays, I'm taking the over K's for him. Might ladder it, I don't know, but I'm taking the over K's for him. Don't know what type of leash Mize going to be on. I don't know. I didn't even look at no bats or none of that shit. I just went from what I was thinking about yesterday for that game. At the beginning, I touched on the weather. You can look at the weather. The weather is treacherous around here, right? So it is what it is. But Glass now K's sitting at 8.5. I couldn't talk you off of that. I might take a stab at it. I might take him up to 10. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Harrison's supposed to have that shit. So I can't fuck with him right now though. Otani is due to go yard. We know this. Mookie and Freddie is on fire. Anytime Teoscar get a lefty, you know what to do. He's killing them. Yeah, man. Shit, what else, man? Same old shit. Just a different day. You know, this 1.5, just believe. I'm sprinkling something on that 1.5 almost every day, right? Almost every day I'm sprinkling something on that 1.5. On DraftKings, I love to bet outs. So going over some of these pitching outs here. Actually my go-to site actually for outs is Caesars. I gotta go, man. I gotta go get my haircut. My go-to site is Caesars, but seeing what they got out right now, let's see if they added any more players, batters, pitchers, or whatever. Let's see. Damn, Evaldi, man. So I lean towards the over. I probably won't play it. Evaldi's hit this number in 3 straight games versus them, 17.5 outs. In 3 straight games versus them, Tampa Bay Rays hit lefties better than they hit righties. Okay. Patrick Sandoval, I can't with these two guys. Pavetta. Yes. I'll take that over the strikeouts. Pavetta, 17.5. Let me make sure I ain't getting myself in a jam here. Let's go over to why wouldn't I take Pavetta versus for the outs? Yeah, that might be a Caesars special. Caesars is the only book that lets you put outs, strikeouts, and all that in the same game parlay. Caesars. So his outs. He just hit this number versus Seattle in his last start, right? Pitcher strong. He threw 84. Yeah, I like that, right? I like that. Is there something I'm missing? Like, man, I gotta take that. Give me that. I like the number. Give me that. I like that better than the strikeouts. Merrill Kelly, it's a yes. It's a yes for me. If y'all don't know what these outs is, 17.5 outs. 17.5 outs means you got to finish 6 innings. 6 innings. That's 17.5 outs. Right here, what is this? You got to get 2 outs in the 6th. So there you go, 5 innings and 2/3. 5 and 2/3. I lean, right? I lean. Um, Musgrove them, I ain't fucking with them. George Kirby, 18 and a half, bro. Like, wow. Logan could hit this, but I'm gonna fall back, right? I'm gonna fall back. Mitch Keller, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on this one here. I'm probably gonna take the over. It's only a parlay piece though. It's only a parlay piece. Cal Contra, no. I'm not taking that. Chris Bassett, like this Houston offense can go anemic. So I can see him hitting it. You know what I'm saying? I can see him hitting it. Javier, Javier can hit this too. Because both of these offenses can both of these offenses can go anemic, man. You know, Houston and they can get some of the best spots and go out there and give you 2 runs. And the Dodgers, like Glass now. Now I'll tell you about Glass now. Glass now can get his ass hit too. And his runner's pitch count up and his ass be out the fucking door. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He should be able to go 6. I don't know about Harrison. I probably wouldn't bet that. Say, am I locking in on prize picks today? So those are some picks right there. Let me see. On prize over here. Don't forget, over here, they got pictures to record a win over here, right? So you get good money for these. Nathan Evaldi to get a win, plus 155. Who else got a good chance? Pavetta to get the win. It's at plus 115. I like this. I'm taking that, right? I'm taking that. Fuck it, man. Merrill Kelly to get the win. I like them to win this game. All these bets can be tricky, though. You know what I'm saying? You get a plus 215 to get the win. Right now, why? These lines are soft. And I could be wrong because, his numbers probably juiced up like that because they playing good. The Yankees are playing good. Don't know who's gonna win this game, right? Mitch Keller, his shit is at minus 105. The big favorites to win that game. I couldn't even tell you. For this one, Glass now minus 120 to win that game. Minus 120 to win that game. Okay. And those picks here that I leaned on here was Corbin Burns, 6.5 strikeouts. Now we got weather. Seager is probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Seager is my top bat of the day. Top bat of the day, Corey Seager. Hits all the way up to a home run. Tim Anderson, Marcus Semien, Yelich, Max Kepler can get a hit in that game. Trevor Story, Devers. I'm fine with taking all these guys for a hit. The runner-up would be Devers for my second bat of the day, probably. Diamondbacks, 5.5 Ks for Kelly. Marte hits, runs, and RBIs, whatever case may be. Corbin Carroll is due. Soto, I like Soto. Christian Walker has history versus this guy, plus they hit lefties. Wheeler, lean towards the over case, probably won't get there. San Diego Padres, money line or nothing for me. Keller, 5 strikeouts in the win, not 6. 5 strikeouts in the win. He might go out there and get 6, though. He gave him 7 last time they played. His strikeouts in at 5.5. The Cubs, moneyline parlays, run line straights. The Dodgers, and I couldn't talk you off like 10 strikeouts for Glass now. What else? Jordan, I'm taking him for a home run, bro. Straight up. And that's about sums it up, man. That about sums it up, okay? Don't know where I'm going to go here. Let's see. Let's see. Um, the weather though, man. The weather is the problem. The weather is the problem for me. So the weather is the problem for me. Do they have glass now up there? Got his picture now. It's up there for a goblin. Picture fantasy score. I like that. Well, I think I like that. I have to calculate that. I'll take glass now. Demon, right? Who else I like? Seeger. I'll take Seeger for hits, runs, and RBIs. 2.5. I'm just for baseball. I'm acting like I don't even see those goblins for real. Act like I don't even see that shit. Kelly. What's my strikeout guys, man? Some reasonable strikeout guys. Um, Burns, man, Burns. Let me throw Burns up there. I just had him up there. It's gonna be a coming time where I'm only gonna be betting strikeouts. It's gonna come time. I'm only gonna be betting strikeouts. Um, Burns. I'm looking for right. Burns. Where's the site at? Burns. That 6.5 just looked like he gonna sell, boy. I swear. Damn, it looked like he gonna sell like a motherfucker. He's smiling right at my ass like, you gonna pick me? Damn. Who else we got? Is Strider up there? Not Stripling. No, motherfucker. Strider. Damn, they don't have Strider in there. Where do they have Keller at? Keller. Demon for 5. Now give me that shit, man. It's too early in the split. I don't care if I lose this shit or not. Fuck that thought. Faulty. Reagan's can get there, man. Straight up. Reagan's can get there. Pavetta. Pavetta. Pavetta Demon gonna be up there. Let's get Pavetta Demon in there, man. Damn, they ain't got no demon for Pavetta. Hmm. Ooh, Frankie Montas. Frankie Montas can get there. Joe Musgrove might come out hot today. Kirby, man. I don't be fucking with Kirby K's like that. Kirby, man. Oh shit, I gotta go. Christian Javier. I don't know which one I'm putting there for 5, man. Straight up. For the 6th pick, I don't know who I'm putting in there. It's Keller, Zach Wheeler, Christian Walker Soto, Corbin Carroll, Merrill Kelly, Pavetta. I didn't look at some of these pictures. I didn't look at some of these pictures, man. So that's my fault, man. I didn't look at everybody. But y'all know me. I like to take L's, right? I like to take L's, right? Come on, Jordan. Let's go 2.5 total bases. Break this bat across this boy's head today, man. I got an odd dollar, $8.25 to throw on that. Come on, man. Let's get it, man. Straight up, man. I'm getting out of here, y'all. I gotta go. I'll probably be back for MLB. I mean NBA before work. Maybe, maybe not. I didn't make it back. Last game. At the end of the day, though. Peace out. Peace out.